Well, I'm back at last after my summer hiatus. Yeah, good to be back. I do have video footage from a Tyndall's trip that I did in March, but to be honest, I'm quite hesitant to edit and publish it just because the Tyndalls are so fragile. You know, I don't know if it's a great idea to be doing a lot of promotion for that area. But anyway, onto this video. I'm going to be listing in my opinion, the top 10 most scenic huts in Tasmania. Hut design and facilities are not considered in this ranking. It's pretty much based on location and surrounding scenery. I've always been fascinated by the huts in the wilderness, so you know, this is a video that I enjoy preparing for. All huts on this list are on official tracks, which are shown on list map and, you know, hard copy map. So I'm not revealing any secrets or anything like that. Only huts that I've been to personally are on this list, and I just want to thank, before I get started, the Mountain Huts Preservation Society for providing the info for this video and also for the restoration works that they do on many of these huts. Alright, let's get into it. Number 10, I have Use In. So this is accessed by the Timms track or the Adamsfield track, and it's situated next to the Florentine River. It was built in the 1930s to service those travelling to and from the remote township of Adamsfield, and it's just situated in lovely rainforest. It's not visited anywhere near as much as these other huts that I've put on the list. It's a great place to spend time after the wet walk along the Timms track. At number 9, I have Whiteley's Hut. This is named after Norm Whiteley, and this scenic hut on the slopes of Ironstone Mountain was built in the 1960s, and it's seen multiple renovation and repair works over the years. I really love the location. You know, the view back up towards Ironstone Mountain is terrific, and me and my friends spent quite a good period of time there, you know, just enjoying the scenery. It made for a nice break spot after the descent of Ironstone Mountain. At number 8, I have F.A. Peterson Memorial Hut, also known as K. Cole Hut, because, well, that's where it's located in Mountfield National Park, at K. Cole. It's over 1,200 metres above sea level, so the views are unsurprisingly outstanding. The Rodway Range in particular looks superb. It was officially opened in 1960 by Sir Edmund Hillary, and it's named after a long-time Hobart Walking Club member, and you know, it's just an ideal place to take a break, walking those more remote tracks in Mountfield, and it's, you know, it's also a really good spot to take refuge if you're out there in poor weather, which I'm sure many people are. At number 7, I have Echo Point Hut. So this was built by the Parks and Wildlife Service in 1962, and it's probably the least visited hut by overland track walkers, but it's one of the most scenic for sure. There's excellent views across the lake towards Mount Ida, there's gorgeous rainforest, and there's a really nice little beach in there which lots of people camp on. It's been in social media recently actually, because the new jetty has just finished being built there. I'm yet to see the finished jetty in person, but I did see it during construction, and I was quite impressed by the workers, what they were doing. You know, they were in the water permanently wearing wetsuits, doing what they had to do. At number 6, I have Kitchen Hut. So we're still on the overland track here, and this is the first hut walkers pass by on the overland track, and the small 2-storey building is now used for emergencies only, but it's situated in a wonderful spot below the slopes of Cradle Mountain. You know, I passed by Kitchen Hut multiple times over the summer, and I've always been impressed by the location. It's a wonderful spot on the overland track and for day trippers. And number 5, it's just a hop, skip and a jump down the overland track to Waterfall Valley Hut. It's the overland track's newest hut as of April 2021, and it's also one of its most scenic. The views across the Barn Bluff are memorable, and it provides plenty of good photo opportunities. Plenty of waterfalls nearby are also excellent, you know, pretty scenic spots, and it's totally worth it. There's a platform there which you can use if you're not walking the overland track. It's definitely worth going there for a night or two just to check out that location in Waterfall Valley. It's wonderful. At number 4, I've got Dixons Kingdom Hut. So this is situated within Jaffa Vale in the popular Walls of Jerusalem National Park, and it was built in the 1950s by Reg Dixon and a couple of others, and just for me it's a lovely design, and it sits in the landscape well. You know, every photo I see of it makes me want to go back there and enjoy the location again. The pencil pine forest that it's within is just superb. It enhances the area, and in my opinion it's one of Tasmania's best alpine huts, hence why it's good ranking on this list. We're into the top 3 now, and number 3 is High Camp Memorial Hut, and this is situated on the slopes of Mount Eliza, and the outlook across Lake Pedder is phenomenal. It was built in the early 1970s by the Hobart Walking Club, and it's dedicated to members who had passed away in tragic circumstances in the years before, the official opening being 1974. I've been there twice, and I'd just love to return to the area once the Mount Ann track reopens. It's situated, you know, in an ideal spot just below the really steep climb up to Mount Eliza. And yeah, it's made the top 3 of my list because of the extremely wonderful panorama across to the west over Lake Pedder and Solitary Island and Western Arthurs and Franklin Range. At number 2, I have New Peelian Hut. Okay, so this was built in 2001 and it's situated on the edge of the Peelian Plains, as many of you would know. You know, words though don't do justice for my love of this location. I was lucky enough to be out on the overland track for work over the summer, and you know, I spent quite a few nights at Peelian, and you know, the views across Mount Oakley are wonderful. The surrounding areas of grassland and snow gums with plenty of wildlife really do make it my favourite overland track hut, and one of the best huts in Tasmania in my opinion. Before we get to number 1, here are a couple of, well, 3 honourable mentions actually. Lake Belcher Hut in Mountfield National Park, Lake Vera out on the Frenchman's Cap track, and Pine Valley Hut just off the overland track. All terrific locations as well, but just not good enough for my list. And at number 1, maybe you've worked it out already, I've got Tahoon Hut. It's so close to Frenchman's Cap that you can practically reach out and touch it. While the new hut is fantastic up there, you know, I'm not factoring that in at all. You know, what I'm factoring in are things like looking up at Frenchman's from the helipad or those rock steps just below the hut. It's a sight to behold on a clear sunny day. The lake nearby is also very picturesque, and it's just a stone's throw away. Yeah, I love Tahoon Hut. I've seen it in all sorts of weather. You know, I was out there over the summer a couple of times, saw it in heavy rain with the waterfalls coming down, saw it in clear skies. You know, and I'm always reminded of just how wonderful the area is. I look back at my time at Tahoon and yeah, really enjoyed it, and it's definitely deserving of top spot in my opinion. What do you think? Do you agree with my list? Are there any obvious ones that I've missed? Bear in mind that I've only included ones that I've been to in this list. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next video.